The answer is yes and no. What's up guys, Pencil here, and here we are to do a quick discussion on whether or not anyone can actually survive Sukuna's new slashing ability. Now, whether this slashing ability is cleave, or dismantle, or an entirely new variation based on what Mahoraga did is pretty much entirely unknown. I don't know, I don't think anyone knows, I don't think we're going to find out for at least maybe another couple chapters. I don't even think we're going to get revealed in chapter 237. I think we're just going to glaze over it and it's kind of just a thing. But with that being the case, the question is, can anyone actually survive it? And you may be wondering, Pencil, odd question. Why are you asking this? Because if Sukuna has ready access to this ability, like he does with literally every single one of his abilities, if no one can survive it, the story's done, or at least it should be. Logically, he should literally one-tap everybody. So let's do a quick run-through on who can and cannot survive this attack. Number 1, person who can't survive it, Satoru Gojo, apparently. And number 2, literally everyone else in the verse. No, I mean it. Like there should be, maybe not even Sukuna could survive this attack. And you may be wondering, whoa, Pencil, this is so strange. Why do you think that no one could survive this attack? No one in the entire verse, except for one man, who we'll talk about in a second, can survive what is either spatial deletion, or existence erasure, or both. So, at least from my understanding of Sukuna's new technique, or I suppose the adaptation that Mahoraga developed that Sukuna copied using his own technique, it appears that instead of like actually just sending out a flying slash or slashing anything generally, Sukuna slashes everything. And by everything, I don't mean like all of a person's body or all of a person's face or anything. No, he simply attacks everything from the very atoms in order to simply delete an area in the shape of a slash. I'm presuming that this technique does this because of how Sukuna explains it in chapter 236. He claims that he simply targeted everything, existence itself, rather than Satoru Gojo. So since the Infinity and Gojo existed in that space, it didn't matter, since they did exist. They were not non-existent creatures, and thusly they would be slashed too. My thing is, though, this does raise an interesting question. Is this technique just faster than anything Sukuna has? Or did he just magically stop holding back on that one? Because the fact that Satoru Gojo, a character who's literally confirmed to see things faster than other characters, and literally is one of, if not what should have been the fastest character in the verse, he somehow got like perception blitzed and off screen by this thing. So not only is this a spatial deletion attack, but it's basically unreactable. Like, sure, you can definitely argue Gojo was in too close of a range to avoid it, but like he was a solid 5 feet away from Sukuna. Maybe 2 meters. Darn near 3. Bro, if he could have dodged it, should have dodged it. But nah, he got half Joed immediately. So Sukuna has a spatial deletion button or an existence erasure attack that is fast enough that it might as well be nigh on instantaneous, since it just cuts space instead of actually cutting anything else. So can anyone survive it? Very likely not. Now, there are characters who could hypothetically, I can't really say that, because here's the thing, right? This is like Duraneg of the highest order. One of the things that makes Yuji so good, well, not so good, I wouldn't even say he's a top 10 character, but still, one of the things that makes Yuji a decent combatant is his durability. One of the things that make Maki and Toji great combatants is their durability. One of Yuta's main selling points, even in base outside of Rika, is his durability. That is all of their selling points. The spatial deletion Omega Cleave / dismantle thingamajig ignores durability even better than Soul Split Katana. Because here's the thing, with Soul Split Katana, it at least appears that you need to attack something directly. You cannot just aim in a general direction and automatically hit it. You need to swing the blade close enough to somebody or something that has a soul and cleave right on through it. But with this new cleave and dismantle, existence erasure, spatial deletion wombo combo, Sukuna can just throw it out in any general direction, and whatever's there gets deleted. And who knows how many times he can actually throw it out, considering he only one-shot Gojo. He didn't actually need to do anything more. So I don't think it's looking too hot for any of the cast. Yuta, his durability gets negated, sliced in half. Fully manifested Rika, durability gets negated, sliced in half, and exercised immediately. Yuji Todori, obliterated, sliced in half, probably straight down the middle. His whole centerpiece would be erased by Sukuna. Maki, nowhere near fast enough to do anything. Once again, if Gojo Satoru as a teenager is out here casually perception blitzing Toji, or maybe not perception blitzing, but at least avoiding, dancing around, casually dodging all of Toji's attacks, and Maki is only confirmed to be equal to Toji, not drastically far beyond him by the end of the Sakura-Dojima colony, and obviously her scaling to a 15 finger rather than a 20 finger. This attack that was more than powerful enough to easily, really it's crazy to think about, but off-screen Satoru Gojo, a character who in his prime, which he seems to be, would be much faster than Maki could even dream of, she would get bisected too. And so would everyone else. Yuki stands no chance. Kenjaku stands no chance. No character really in the series stands a chance simply because of the nature of the technique. It is literally just a delete button. But not for something you're typing, not for anything of that sort. No, it's a delete button for the verse. It is literally impossible for any character to dodge it, because the fastest character in the verse couldn't dodge it, and it is literally impossible for any character to tank it because there's nothing to tank. Unless they suddenly transcend and become a four-dimensional being that ignores and overrides all 3D space, they are going to get hit by this, and they are immediately going to perish. The only way you could argue any character survives it is if Sukuna is literally playing around. But if he goes for the half strike, straight down the center, or straight down the torso, or straight across the torso, like he did against Gojo, then Gojo's cooked instantaneously, and so is anybody else. Because once again, durability does not matter when you are not even attacking someone's actual body, you're attacking the space their body exists in. The ability to delete and override such a concept is absolutely insane. Like, legitimately, I have no idea how any character is actually supposed to survive this. The only, and I mean the only two characters who may stand a chance are Jackpot Hikari, because maybe bro can regrow from half a torso, and Takaba. Because I'm still 99.9% sure that Takaba literally cannot die. Like, I am leaning towards that more often than not. Unless he's literally in a domain expansion, unless Sukuna opens up a domain with this new cleave or dismantle and starts tearing Takaba apart, I don't think Takaba can perish. Because it's simply against anything that he finds funny. And thusly, he shall forever survive. But literally anybody else immediately gets clapped. And the craziest thing is about this ability is that Sukuna really didn't need it. Like, Cleave in of itself was stupid enough. Like, I'll be completely honest with you. Cleave in of itself was broken enough, dumb enough, wild enough. I really, from the bottom of my heart, really do not believe that Sukuna needed something like this on top of it. Because now the big issue is, since no one can survive it except for a joke character that's not going to save the series, presumably. I don't know. Maybe Gege's going to do it like that. But Takaba survives it, and then does what? He's not going to be able to get rid of Sukuna, because he wouldn't find that funny either. And Hikari survives it, and then what? Sukuna realizes he has to aim a little bit higher, and then dices Hikari's brain, and then boom. Hikari's brain is, like, erased from existence. I don't think bro's coming back from that one. Like, legitimately, I have no idea how they're going to beat the man now. This is kind of a warm-up to a much larger video that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but like, that's the real purpose behind this video. Simply simply explaining and establishing the fact that Sukuna, with this new technique, unless it is given very specific, very massive, and very hefty drawbacks or natural inabilities, Sukuna should be legitimately unstoppable, because there's not a single person in the verse who could contain him. You may be wondering about Yuta and Uro, but once again, it cuts space. All Yuta and Uro do with sky manipulation is fold it. A much higher variation of their spatial manipulation is shown with Satoru Gojo's Limitless, and look what happened to that when they got hit by this new cleave. Legitimately, everyone should get one shot. However, that's what I think. Please what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure the notification bell so you not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. You support for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Now, thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with a Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a very big thank you to our $3 members, Recliner Plays and Red Wolf 4765. I'd like to give another very big thank you to our $5 patrons, Sean, Red Wolf 4765, Midnight Gemlord, Kevin, and Demix LND. I'd like to give another beefy thank you to our $10 patrons, Robbie Uchiha and iDemokami. And I'd like to give a very, very hefty thank you to our $25 member, Alex Ice Rose. I'd like to give another very big scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our two $25 patrons, Igneal and Calvin Elder.